Hello everyone, my name is Haktan. I am a tour guide in Istanbul and today we are in Sultanahmet Square on this beautiful September day of Istanbul. And today I want to tell you a little bit about our beautiful German fountain. It's called the German fountain because it is 99% made in Germany. What was the 1% Turkish contribution? The poetry. If you look up above the arches under the dome, you can see some Arabic writings. These are actually Turkish sentences written with the Arabic alphabet, because remember guys, until 1920s, until Atatürk changed the alphabet, this was the writing style in this part of the world. So these are Turkish sentences. Why would Germans build a fountain for us though? That is because the last German emperor, Kaiser Wilhelm II, was a good friend to Abdülhamit II, one of the last Ottoman emperors. And Wilhelm himself visited Istanbul 3 times. And each time he came to Istanbul, Turks and Germans signed very profitable contracts like weapons that were used in the First World War, some other contracts about the railroad system and so on. And Wilhelm was very happy with the hospitality here. So when he went back to Germany, he wanted to send a gift. And guys, when you are an emperor, you don't send perfumes or books or souvenirs. He built this in Germany, put it on a ship, sent it to Istanbul in 1898. This looks old, but this is actually one of the newest things that you can see in this neighborhood. 125 years in Istanbul standards. This is yesterday. In America, Canada, in some countries, this would probably be an ancient history, but very, very new in the standards of this city. And if you look under the dome of the fountain, you can see some medallions with green backgrounds. These are signatures of the Ottoman Sultan. And the ones with blue backgrounds, these are signatures, these are monograms of the Wilhelm II. If you look very carefully, you can see a W and number 2. These represent Turkish-German brotherhood, basically. And the German inscription is there. With a metal plate, they wrote it. It is talking about Wilhelm's visits to Istanbul and his gratefulness to the Ottoman Sultan. The Ottoman script poetry is very interesting for me. The poet was a Turkish person, but for some reason he keeps praising the German Kaiser. There is just a mention of Abdülhamit II. I assume he was paid by the Germans. And what is really interesting for me is the fact that he used the word Hazreti in front of Wilhelm's name. It says Hazreti Wilhelm Sani, which is very rare to see in front of a non-Muslim person, because Hazret is a word that you would use for a prophet or saint in Islam. The architecture is a really successful mix of the Oriental and the Western styles. It has 8 corners. It's octagonal, which is very meaningful because pre-Islamic Turkish tents would be 8 corners. And it looks like a Shadırvan, a place of ablutions in the mosque. But on the other hand, the mosaics, the fact that it has this Byzantine-looking dome is very Byzantine, very Western in a certain way. So the architect did an amazing job mixing the Oriental and the Western styles in the German fountain, which is one of the most beautiful elements decorating the Hippodrome of Constantinople.